Evening, hello, how are we? I think this just sums up the last couple of hours that I've had. This is it. Evening. Yeah, there's the globe. It's not spinning. So yeah, that just sums up the last couple of hours I've had over there in IOA. So this is a Dean disclaimer. Obviously, before you've watched this, don't expect too much. We're going to start afresh on the next one. So hope you enjoy it. If you don't unsubscribe or anything. Just carry on to the next one, and it all will come out in the wash, and it'll all carry on as normal. I'm going to go to Halloween Horror Nights now, get you a bit of that, and then it'll be all right. We'll gloss over what I've got something for you. It's a travel vlog / moan what they've done up there, and just our couple of hours. It wasn't even an hour. It was just an hour. So, but yeah. Not very good operation, shall we say. So yeah, and then even that's not working. So yeah, on that note, so that Dean disclaimer is what you're about to watch. I'm about to go in there. Halloween Horror Nights 2023 32. You're about to watch the travel vlog / moan in IOA. Dean disclaimer. So obviously if you go, well, what have I just watched? Sorry about that, but I do apologise, and we'll try again on the next one. So, but yeah, stick around, and I'm sure they'll be better than that. So, but Dean disclaimer. Here you go. I'm gonna go now, so you can watch that one, and you can have your tea. Then here you go. We might fit for you. You're gonna do a toot. Nothing. There you go. On that note, there you go. Watch this one, and then you can watch this one. But I've not made it yet. Not even got in. So on that note, from here. See ya.
Are y'all ready for this?
Hello, how are we? Evening. We made it inside anyway. We're through security. Just took me an hour. So, hello. I won't do a proper introduction until we're there, but this is a travel vlog. Probably be a waste of time, but I'll try and, as usual, pad it out. I hate travelling. Once I'm there, I'm fine, but we'll get there. I don't know whether you can hear me. I've got some Heinz ketchup. So there you go. So just paid $7.50 for a bacon sandwich. But I need some food. I'm desperate. I'm absolutely sweating buckets. I've never heard of aircon in here. So yeah, it's a bit dearer than it was before. So use the QR code on the table. So bacon bomb and a drink. And yeah, got from the airport parking about an hour evening. Yeah, from the airport parking about 10 to 9 it picked us up, and she's got two pints. So yeah, so about an hour to actually get checked in and then get through security. Security wasn't bad, so say about 15 minutes. A lot of delays. You should have seen how many trays were ready for inspection, and if you do it right, you're straight through. Obviously, if it was delayed, obviously it was that bad that the machine shut down because the inside bit was full, so it didn't know where to move. So that was full, so the machine just shut down because it needs to move this one over there, and then they've got them all lined up on trolleys as well. So clearly people don't listen to instructions. Don't know whether you can hear me, but I hope you can. So yeah, so introduction to the travel vlog here. I'll get you some shots of the runway and outside on the airport side. So yeah, but I'm waiting for my food. I'm absolutely starving. So yeah, did a bit of bingo last night at Club 3000. No relation to we've been to the year 3000 or Disco 2000. So did a bit of bingo. So we'll see what there is here. Oh, here's my Coke. There you go, thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. We'll see you in a minute. Ta-ra. Evening, hello, how are we? How are you? How are you? Hello, we're here. I'm here. There you go. A bit better mood Oh, Aer Lingus. She's near. I'm glad that the phalanx have gone, really, because that was getting a bit depressive. You know, three, 4 videos about the phalanx. No, none of that in here now. That's it, gone. You know, so yeah, you've got your Velocicoaster roof in there. Similar, same. Just need a few lights in between them. Job done. So yeah, so there's your Velocicoaster roof. You've already just seen a picture of the sign, the video of the sign, which is on, because obviously it was a bit depressing and sad last time I was here, because every single sign was off, sadly because of the departing Queen. So that was the day of it all breaking and everything, and the night before. So yeah, wasn't a good mood then. Everything was off in respect and everything. Signs off, all black, done. So yeah, so obviously, you know, not even a panel gone on there, look, if you can see it, look. I mean, the maintenance on that one, you know, not even a panel. See, if these can do it, why can't Thorpe Park do it? Every single panel. Even Blackpool, to be fair, can't do it. I know it's it's inside, so that's probably what the issue is. Not even a panel gone, look. Look at that. Banging. So yeah, I'll show you around a little bit, and oh yeah, what else can we tell you? That was what I was going to do. So regarding money again, so obviously I'll go through a few things that you can do before you go. Obviously, to fly to the USA you need an ESTA, which has now gone up, but I've managed to get 3 trips I think on my ESTA. So you have to go on their website. It's $21 now, and you have to do that 3 days before. That's the minimum now. So yeah, so that's like what you have to do for an ESTA. I'll go back over here for you, and I'll swap hands because my arm's aching. So yeah, so you need an ESTA at least 3 days before. To obviously pay over there, you couldn't avoid lots of fees as well. So there's lots of banks now, slowly but surely, cutting all these fees away. So the good one of them, First Direct now, no abroad fees. So that's a good one. But they're slowly but surely taking them away. You've got Monzo, that I didn't say in the last vlog, for Sweden. Monzo Starling. Monzo Flex is a good one because you can flex it, but obviously I'm not telling you to get anything, not a financial advisor. You have a look on that one, but if you want debit cards, you've got Monzo, you've got lots, but just check TSB Spend and Save Plus, and obviously all you do is you just boop on there, and you obviously then pay on the day of the exchange rate. But what I have done as well, what you can do is if you've got Revolut, Aer Lingus,
this is a final call from passenger Adansa to go from Mediaport again to 0.
You're about done, love, yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, Revolut. So Revolut and HSB Global Money account. That Barclays do one, but don't because the exchange rate's a bit poor. But them two products, you know, Revolut, you exchange, you know, pounds to dollars, but you lock it in at that point. So if it goes down, and because last time it was awful. So I locked it in as soon as I could, because each day before we're getting out over here, it kept dropping and dropping, and it was like 117. It was really disgusting. It's like 127 at the moment. But yeah, but you lock in the rate, you see. So if you just use your standard debit card, obviously check if it's Lloyd's Halifax, TSB that's not the plus one, all charge a lot of money for every transaction. It's like at least 3%, and sort of most credit cards do as well. But if you get selected ones, they don't charge as well. So that's enough about all the money to save you money while you're over there, and how to pay. Contactless I think does work now. It never used to, because you used to have to always put your card in. Never put your PIN in, you just put your card in and take your card out. That's it. They're not really got the chip and PIN yet, but Universal Orlando's now got the chip and PIN ones. But But yeah, it's just a funny system over there. They'd rather just you sign it and job done. So so yeah, and then you write on the tip sometimes, and then they then process the tip after. It's bizarre. So yeah, on that note, I'll show you around, and I'll see you in a bit. So all the old Twitter logos look, all the expense that Elon Musk has caused by changing the logo. I mean, the bingo place that I went to last night, on their website, they've already changed it. So they've got a Dean working there for their website, but even on the telly, Morning Britain or whatever it's called, yeah, Good Morning Britain or whatever it was this morning, it's still got Twitter all over it and all sorts. So, I mean, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but you know, still got to be done, hasn't it? So you just get it. But I suppose they're waiting in case he changes it again. But yeah, you've got your Helix roof. There you go. So your Helix or Velocicoaster roof. So yeah, and they've got lots of signs, and they all seem to be working. There's not the maintenance on them seems to be all right. But then again, when they're inside, I suppose they work a lot better, don't they? Got lots of them. So yeah, just point that out. The amount of money that people have got to spend now. I might even get stickers made for my business cards to stick over the logo when I know it's been done a while, and I get some stickers to stick over the logo. And then you can say, do you want one with the old logo or you want a new X logo sticking on? But that doesn't include, that's not your first sticker as well, obviously, because that's a different sticker. So yeah, for your obviously loyalty card at the back. So that's just to make them, you know, with the correct Twitter or X logo. So yeah, on that note, let's catch you in a bit. Tax free. Evening, hello. Before I forget, here's a massive one for you. So obviously, you know, EU roaming charges. You know, roaming charges are all back, apart from I think O2 and Tesco. They're not doing them until January 2024. So here's a good tip for you. So bizarrely, so if you've renewed your contract with Three, that it's now £2 a day in the EU, £5 a day further afield. So, but bizarrely, if you just get a SIM, pay-as-you-go SIM, it's included. So just get a pay-as-you-go SIM, pop a tenner on it, buy a £10 data pack. If you renew it, it becomes 20, but you only get 12 gig out of there. Anywhere, you only get 12 gig within a month. So that, if you pay £5 a day over a 2-week holiday, that's £74-ish pounds. But because obviously they're bringing in all these EU roaming charges, or just roaming charges in general, because they're doing it for everyone, they've now recouped some of the costs and made it cheaper for the public, but still a lot of money. So what Three are doing now is you do passes. They've got 2 SIMs. They've got another SIM. So they've got passes. So they've got passes you can actually just bolt on like pay monthly on their advanced plan. So it's in your app. But for a 2-week holiday to America, all around the world one is 50 quid. 50 quid for a 14-day pass. So every time you use your data, it uses the pass rather than actually charge you £5 a day. So that reduces it from 74 or whatever, 75 or whatever it is, over 14 days down to 50 quid. So it's better. But all you have to do then is, if you don't mind changing your number, but what I must stress is, if you do want to change your number, or you do that, just make sure you've set everything up first, because you won't be able to set anything up after, because you might need a mobile number to log in. So if you haven't got that, or what I've done is I've got an envelope with the SIM in it in case I desperately need it. But for the 2 weeks I'm not in the UK. I've got the SIM. But the idea is not to keep swapping it backwards and forwards. So it's in an envelope with your little, if you've got an iPhone, with your little SIM card pokey thing, so you can get in there. So But yeah, just be mindful that obviously if you're setting up Apple Pay or anything, make sure it's all ready to go, because you won't get your text messages through. Everything else will work data-wise. But if you do that with Three or anything, make sure the phone's been used once in the UK, then it'll work abroad. It's got to have connected to the UK network first before you're allowed it. Register online as well, download the app, their app, Pay As You Go app as well. All set that up if you do that, and then that saves me 40 quid basically, because I've topped it up a tenner. I got it off Amazon, but if you don't get it off Amazon, you can pick your plan, and then if you then turn, at the moment, if you turn on auto renew, but I won't go into that because that stops on the 7th of September. So if you're coming immediately out, you can double your data by just turning on auto renew, and then it auto renews you this data pack. Not sure how long it's going to be on Pay As You Go, but it's certainly a good way of doing it. But like I say, just be mindful, obviously you'll have a different number. But you could probably, if you're out of contract, you could move your number, couldn't you? But but obviously that will cancel the contract if you were on pay monthly, so it's probably not worth doing that. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know on that one. That's what I've done to get out of the extortionate costs board. I mean, don't mind £2 a day for 14 days. It's not as bad, is it? But £5 a day, it's a lot of money. So I just thought I'd get that. So you just get a pay-as-you-go SIM on Three network. I'm not sure how long it's going to last, because I don't get it why they've done it on. I only pay £7 a month for 12 gig anyway. But yeah, and also I must stress is don't think, oh, I've got 20 gigs here, or 10 gig. 10 gigs all right, but just because they update it, double your data, you only get 12 in a month. So that's all you get, really. So, but that's plenty abroad, I guess. Just don't use it. Put it in before you go. Otherwise, it won't connect to the UK network. Put it in before, because you don't want to keep swapping your phone. You don't want to lose your SIM tray or anything, or your SIM card for that matter. So on that note, I just thought I'd let you know about that, because I think that's a massive, at the moment, way to get out of data roaming charges when you're roaming abroad. Certainly helps. But and also I'm trying. It's not going to happen. But obviously the comment, if you check the travel vlog for the last one, there's a comment down there going, "This is the most boring vlog ever that I've just watched." I mean, I don't know what else I can make entertaining, unless I had to put the phone down and do a jig, which probably would be entertaining, but But at the moment, until I'm actually at the venue where we're going, I can't really. You could just stare at that screen if you wanted to for a bit, evening. Oh, look, what's on the horizon? And on that note, I'm going to go. See ya. Evening, hello, how are we? We're here, hello, how are you? Just going to finish this travel vlog off, kind of thing, just get a little bit more to it. Don't worry about this one, quality-wise, it's just a little bit at Manchester, a little bit here, and I'm just going to go through what's just happened from, obviously, landing, basically, at Orlando International Airport. So, what you've got, so obviously, quite quick flight, to be fair. 8 hours and 40 minutes. Landed about 4 o'clock. So got off the plane, got through security within 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Fine, lovely. On that one. So and then we've got like a little joke. Got a little joke that the ferry comes down when because they don't really ask you any questions these days, and if you've been before, I don't think you do fingerprint. It's one question: have you got any food? Because you're not allowed any food. You see, certain meat products, dairy, not allowed. So that's all he asked. Check the passport, blah blah blah. No other questions. Waited for the computer, which is the little ferry as we call it, and. That ferry takes a good 5 seconds, so that's your debating. Are you going to be taken into a room, or are you going to be let in? and then have a good evening, in you go. So obviously fair enough. Obviously then afternoon storms were approaching, so you cut them out. Or I was gonna do a proper, you know, if you do come with Virgin, I'm gonna show you how to do it, but I might do that on the way back if I've got enough time. So you go to Terminal A, which is immediate right, and you go down the escalator on the left, and then because you've got to check in with somebody. So obviously checks all in, and then once we did that, normally it takes a good 40 minutes, half hour for anybody to come and get you, but it was almost straight away. So I thought, oh, we're on a roll here, we're going to get you know, to the hotel quite quick. But how long was that? So this driver had an iPhone timer going for about 15 minutes, and when that timer went down, he left. Why you couldn't just pick a time, I do not know. So obviously eventually we left, so that was another good 15-20 minutes sitting on the coach. Then obviously the heavens opened, which slowed the traffic down. We also had to go to the other terminal to pick 3 people up, so we didn't actually go straight down there anyway. So that was another kicker. So obviously the heavens opened, and you got Halloween Horror Nights traffic, but the way you went, it seemed to be alright, and it was only the second stop, so I wasn't the last stop. So my arm's aching, so I'm going to swap hands for you. So it should be alright now, so yeah. So then finally got to hotel, job done. First in the queue, so there was no queue there. Sorted all me rubbish out. I was going to swear then, but I better not. Keep it family friendly, you know. So I sorted all my rubbish out, got all sorted, and then come down. And I thought, it's open till 8, there should be plenty of time. Clearly not. So I got in, and another tip. Well, I'll do the tips in the relevant vlog. But obviously, this day and age, you've got all your tickets, haven't you, on your phone. But we'll go through that in the actual vlog, I'll remember. And the things that I've done all set up. So the first thing, came to Popeye. I'll show you the sign if they've not took it in. But the second thing, I thought, oh, Popeye now shuts an hour earlier than the park, which is a new thing. They've never done that before. So clearly, it hasn't got its ridership in the last hour. This thing just about reopened, so I waited 20 to 30 minutes for it to sit on it, to then say we've got to ride it, cycle it clear, to then give us a pass. Got a pass, so it wasn't too bad, but still a bit annoying waiting that time to sit on it and then get chucked out. So then that was the third attempt, and then I went, so that was Popeye closed. This one, having technical sensor issues, minimal, it would have worked, but it just did not enough to, because basically, I'll just go through briefly. Every time that the rides go down for weather, before they can run them, they have to physically cycle them. They turn them off, you see, and the techies have to come back and turn them back on. So, and obviously, if they don't pass the test, they don't reopen, you see. But obviously, this one was playing up. So that was it. I just thought, oh, I was just going to go straight to Velocicoaster, which I had now, but obviously then this was nearly about ready to go, cycling and all that, and then obviously it had more issues. So I don't know whether they've took the sign in, we'll have a look. So, and then went over to Velocicoaster, and it wasn't seemed to be running at all. Thought it was down, but it said 25 minutes, and it was running, so fair enough. Got on it, and then the end, obviously, they weren't, because it was the end of the day, they weren't sending them quick enough. I think they've took it in, have they? Oh no, they haven't. We'll go and show you the sign. So not only does this open an hour later, now, it opens an hour after park close, after park open, it's still here. It now shuts an hour earlier. I mean, interesting to see. You know, I mean, come on. You've put the dates that this is going to close in 6 months' notice, but you close it an hour earlier. Why do you give people that much notice if it's not a fan favourite, so to speak? Here you go, look. Ahoy, ahoy! Last cruise set sail 1 hour prior to park close. Now, why do they do that if it's a firm favourite? And I know we won't have a queue, but that's not the point, is it? If they're going to do that, to me, it needs to open at 9. because that's 2 hours of park opening. This is now not open a day. So I don't know what you feel. Comment below what you think about that. So that's not only, you know, our local parks doing that. You come all the way over here and you think they've got money to burn, and they're clearly not. Obviously Ripsaw's obviously cheaper to run, but yeah, but I wouldn't mind if that opened with the park, but it doesn't. It always opens an hour later. So yeah, so that was the kicker. That was the first one. So I thought one of the water features was off. I thought it was a bit weird, but obviously you had the storm, so you didn't know whether it was on anyway. But yeah, so that closed an hour earlier. Ripsaw didn't reopen, and then they kicked us out. And Velocicoaster has been having downtime all day today. I checked on the app while I was flying in, and then it didn't open until about 11:45. So yeah, and then it was up. I think it's been up and down all day. And the person I sat next to said this is my third attempt to getting on it because it shut in her face twice. So park operations in a couple of hours haven't been great, to be fair. So yeah, I won't obviously go into too much detail of the park because there'll be single park vlogs. But that's. And then, obviously, I've already said on Twitter that there won't be a travel vlog as such, but I've just gone through that. So this will be a travel vlog kind of thing. But anything I think of, I have done a little bit. Anything I think of, I'll put in the vlog. You see, I'll say it in the vlog. So you know, I know it's not really hard to get there, but you know, but at the end of the day, I just don't know how thingy can do it, Sean. I just don't get it. I mean, if I'm coming all the way over here, I don't want to be talking to you guys. And no offence or anything, but obviously, you know, there's time for I've got to be riding and then doing that, and I just don't get the balance. I can't. So if it was a new park, you wouldn't get anything unless I was here for a week or whatever. You know what I mean? But there's plenty of time, so you get in them. But obviously, initially, I do plan to do stuff. Honestly, I do plan to do it. But it just never actually materialises. I plan to obviously show you where you need to collect your tickets if you do use Virgin transfer from the Orlando airport. I'll probably do that on the way back on some vlog or something. So, but I will do it for you at some point. But I do apologise, and that's why I'm doing this now to pad out the bit that I did do. I did do something. So yeah. So, but the day's not over. But this is over, this video is over, because you're not going to get any more in this video, because there's going to be select videos now. So obviously it's Halloween Horror Nights now, and that's cracking off in the other park. But obviously, a waste of time this park operations is, so yeah. But, so yeah, that's not good really for Popeye. It's 2 hours of each park day now that isn't open to guests. Which, you know, I can half understand them doing it, but it needs to open early, or at least just half hour. But it'll be interesting to see. They are open till 10 o'clock tomorrow and Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, they're open till 10. You know, I bet you it still opens at 10, 1 hour later, and then it will shut at 9. You know, so clearly doesn't get its ridership on the last hour, so they just close and go home. So, but yeah, and also I'll say this again. But I'll put it in here somewhere, or a bit loud again, but you know. But yeah, they gave 6 months notice of the dates that's going to close. And I don't get why. Why they give 6 months notice for that ride? Does that mean it's that popular that it needs 6 months notice? Ripsaw Falls might go down first. It probably won't actually, because that's been done. Well, it's got to go down by law every year. But they'll do Ripsaw or Jurassic Park before the 5th of February. So I don't get why they put it on. But I suppose if it's set in stone, so to speak, why not put it on? Because you might want to. So yeah. So coming in September, I know you get Halloween Horror Nights, but if you go on these water rides and stuff, the presentation of certain rides can be a bit shit. Excuse my language, but you know what I mean. Because it's the end of the season. Because they always do it in January, you see. So you know what I mean. So yeah. On that note, before it's a waffle warning, it's 11 minutes that is, but it's just to pad it out. really, and it's going to stop when I get out. I'm not going to bore you to death until I get out, but you know, but it kind of flowed, didn't it? You know what I mean? So yeah, tries Popeye, closes an hour earlier and doesn't open until 10 anyway. So which I think's a bit bad, isn't it? 2 hours of each park day, but be interesting to see if that's still out there tomorrow, when they know it's going to be a busier day, but whether it's busy for the ride at the end of the day. So obviously close it early. It's just a bit naughty, you know. So, you know, especially for this park. But I know they've got to make money, but you know, it's just a bit naughty. I don't think any other parks don't close their rides, but Bush do it though. Their rapids don't open till 11. It's not good. So, but over here, they need them open because it's actually warm, you see. So yeah. On that note, we're gonna leave you. There will be a vlog obviously from here, so don't panic, Mr. Mannering. This is just literally hello Manchester, get here, tell you how it's gone, and just told you. So tell you how it is. So we'll get you a little shot of the Hulk over here, and then I'm going to have some food at Halloween Horror Nights, and I'll do your vlog over there. But I did get on Velocicoaster, I got on the Dino Coaster, so it was alright, but still a bit annoying. So on that note, science banners playing. On that note, we'll catch you in the next one. Woo!